One, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, you guys. Deborah King Live. Welcome to the new year. We're so excited to be with you. Let's get started.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. If you ride it, you must be holy. This train is bound for glory. This train
Don't pull no extras. This train don't pull no extras. This train is bound for glory. Don't pull nothing but the midnight special. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Don't pull no jokers. This train don't pull no jokers. This train don't pull no sleepers. Don't pull nothing but the righteous people. This train is bound for glory. This train.
All right, you guys. I bet you're awake. We are. So much fun to be with you here on Facebook and YouTube and just everywhere in the universe. And, you know, it's just such a great way to start the year and start the day and have some fun with us, right? You know, you can call in and talk to me today on my little red phone if you like. That's 888-DEB-SHOW, DEBSHOW. There it is, and there's the international number. The / is the international number. And come on and call in and get in the queue and let me help you with whatever issue you're having right now at the first of the year. Happy to talk to you and give you a little bit of guidance on it. And, you know, if you click the share button here on Facebook, you can invite your friends and family to come join our party today. We will have a great time singing. Of course, all the lyrics are right here on Facebook. So sing along with us, please. So today I'm going to talk about intuition. It's such an important thing to think about at the beginning of the year because we should all be relying on it more, our own intuition. And let's start with a guided meditation and get some guidance from above on that. Okay, so everybody just close your eyes for a moment and we'll call in the guides that are most involved with intuition. That would be the angels. The angels are really into that. They guide us to unconditional love, that unconditional love that we all deserve, you included. And where does it most noticeably come into our energy field? Well, it comes in to our third eye, the seat of your intuition, the seat of your higher awarenesses. So let me just call on the angels. You join me in doing that. And we'll bring our focus to our third eye, the center of our forehead. Just sense the angels. They're always around us. They're very present in your life and in all of ours. Right? We just have to ask them to join us. So hear them whispering to you right now. Maybe you feel their presence. I want you to know you're not alone. You are safe. You're beautiful. You are loved. All right. With that, we'll come back. Open your eyes. And I'd like to introduce the band. Starting over here with our friend Jack Lee, our music director, who plays a bunch of instruments. I'm always so envious of that. That's great, Jack. And Lois Mahalia, our lead vocalist. And God, go Lois. Such a treat to have her. And Allie Clark back behind me here on vocals, big addition to our band, and JB White on vocals and bass guitar. Go JB. And our friend Myron, vocals, and he does a lot of things behind the scenes. He's good behind the camera too. And then we have James Antunes behind me on vocals and drums, as well as David Toljian. He's another multi-instrument guy and has been such a big addition to us. All right, we have another song for you right now.
It's like a river. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul.
Love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean in my soul. I got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean in my soul.
Joy like a fountain, I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got joy like a fountain in my soul.
We are totally warmed up. Hope you guys are singing along with us. So now I'm going to talk about intuition, and let's drop in and speak deeply about that. Okay? Okay. So one of the questions that I'm most often asked is, when should I absolutely trust my intuition? I have so many students ask me that question, and the first and most crucial answer is, nearly always, okay, really. And, when I say that to people, they give me this kind of doubtful look, like they don't really trust what I'm saying. And, it's fear. It's really fear-based, right? Because trusting your intuition can feel like insanity when you're not used to it. So how do you define it? Well, the best definition is intuition is knowing something without knowing how you know it. Honest to God, that's the best definition. And it's part of your DNA. It's part of your cellular memory. It's part of your survival mechanism. So for those of us like me, if you came from a pretty troubled childhood, chances are your intuition is extraordinarily well developed. And it's what's kept you alive and surviving since you were a child. It's the ability to discern and decide if something's true. Even though the way you reach your conclusion, you can't quite figure out how you got there. It appears to come from, beyond your five senses and beyond anything you learned in school, right? So your five senses and what you learned in school, in fact, may take you away from your intuition. You may have had parents and teachers, tell you not to honor it. So lots of times it's called a hunch, right? Or a gut feeling, or ethereal gleaning. Now that's my favorite, ethereal gleanings. Isn't that a pretty description of it? That description seems to come closest to what I consider intuition to be. It's getting vital information from the ethers. That's the heavens, right? That's the place of all-knowing wisdom. That's the place of the Akashic records. It's the place of, perhaps you like the word God. It's that place. It's where that our concept of time is is not really applicable because it's the past and the present and the future, and there is no beginning or end. So again, the first question I get is, well, when should I trust my intuition? And what they're worried about, the subliminal thought is, what if I'm wrong? What if it turns out I'm wrong? Again, fear-based, you're shutting down what you heard or what you should own, and you're second-guessing yourself because you can't figure out how you got the information. How did I reach this conclusion? So ask yourself, in whose voice is this second-guessing voice coming to you as? What voice is it? And I think you'll tell me it's not yours. When you really listen to it, you'll think, oh, that's not really me, that's my mother talking to me. Or even though she's long gone, God bless her soul, that's the voice I'm hearing right now. It could be some other living authority figure. And, I've worked with literally thousands of people, and at this point I can tell you that you know best. I like to empower you to know that you know best. I'm happy to help you and give guidance where I can, but I will always turn to you and tell you really know best. So without our intuition, we're not very safe. Okay, science doesn't have the answer. Now, I love and respect science. I'd be the last person who would discount what science has discovered, but science has not been able to settle on something solid as to where intuition comes from. They acknowledge it exists, but they have no measuring device that can nail the answer down. So is it an extra sense? Is it our genetic memory? Chances are it is, by the way, because I've noticed all the animals are very intuitive, and I imagine we were too back then, right? So we're getting information, again, from the unified field of all information that you can access once you've tuned yourself to it. It's just like tuning an instrument. You can literally get all this information in. You can. So again, intuition exists, and it's kept you alive and safe thus far, as long as humankind's been on Earth. So you'll see that intuitives have appeared throughout history. Some are famous, some are infamous, and some have never been heard of. But for every well-known intuitive, there are countless ones you've never made the history books. And again, I would assert that without intuition, our species wouldn't have made it thus far. So think back to our earliest days as a species, and we lived in natural surroundings. We were completely dependent on the weather, the animals, the plants, many of which could be potentially fatal to us on occasion, right? So our ancestors needed to have their intuitive wits finely honed and operational at all moments, right? Otherwise they wouldn't know when it was safe to venture out of a cave and get in the sunlight and look for some food. So we tend to forget that we humans have lived by our wits for a lot longer than we've lived with education, appliances, insulated homes, electricity, you name it, right? We lived a lot longer without that stuff. And our intuition still remains just as available to us. It's crucial to your day-to-day survival. It may have atrophied a little bit, but like any muscle, trust me, you can tune this one up. That's what we're doing today. We're really going to focus on intuition throughout this whole show today. Till when you leave, you will be far more intuitive. So just think about times when your intuition informed you or surprised you. It probably was about something like a career choice, a relationship choice, or even just a routine going out the door choice. How many times have you said something like, for example, I knew I shouldn't have gone that way. I knew it, but I went the other way because for some stupid reason. Or notice you said, I knew. That's your intuition speaking. Or the minute I said yes, I just knew it was the right answer. If you said no, then you were second-guessing yourself, right? And you realized you made a mistake. Or how about the time you said, I know this career isn't quite right for me, but my father wants me to do it. And it pays well. That's not your intuition speaking, right? That's an authority voice coming to you. Or how about this one? Why is this crazy idea calling to me so strongly? I've never done any singing or dancing or speaking, but I just somehow feel I can. That's your intuition speaking again. How often have you felt that it would just not be safe to do something, and it turned out you were right? It was an unsafe condition. And then my favorite one is where you have that knowing, and you just know that some far-flung friend or loved one is not well. You might even know what's wrong, right? And so you reach out to them. That's your intuition, again, speaking to you. So you can really trust your intuition. So I'm going to lead you on a guided meditation in a bit, but let's take a break and sing a song.
Like a river attendeth my way, when sorrow like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. And Lord, haste the day when my fate shall be signed, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll, the trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
Wow, that just blows me away. That is so magnificent. Thank you, Lois. Ooh. All right, back to intuition. So, talking about intuition again, we want to increase it, well, right? We want to make sure that our sixth chakra, that's up here, is open. It's the seat of your intuition. So, again, what is it? It's an energy center, and it's in your personal energy field, the field of energy that you're sitting inside of. It's just above your eyebrows in the center of your forehead, and the lower 5 are all located more attached to the body, whereas this one is more about the head, so its nature is more elusive. It's the control center of the body, and it's the center of all of your amazing gifts, right? These higher gifts. When it's balanced, you have a clear and focused left brain with an open, intuitive right brain. You can see and know and understand so much better than if you're just operating from one half of your brain. Now, the governing gland is the pineal gland, and it's pretty much in the center of your head. It's pretty close to your eyes, and sight is the major sense that's involved with this particular chakra, and that's why it's called the seat of your soul. The pineal gland senses light fluctuations, unlike the 5th chakra, which was all about sound sensing. This is all about light sensing. And it controls, thousands of hormones in your body and 100 bodily functions. So here in the 6th chakra, you get information in the form of images through light. You may see light in the form of colors. That's not necessary. You may sense them some other way. The brighter colors are the lower part of your field, and the higher you go, you get blue here and lilac here, and then gold and white at the very top. So these colors should convey peace and tranquility. So the basic theme of the 6th chakra again is image formation, where you can create, receive, interpret, and store visual imagery. So it governs what you see, what you sense, what you know, and what you intuitively perceive. And the upward movement, again, is one of transcendence. It's one of expansion and ascending. You can go beyond the limitations of your physical nature. And you can go beyond the limitations of time and space. So this is where you imagine. This is where you dream. You want to keep a dream journal, all right? Try to keep track of your dreams, because that's very much part of this world. It's beyond your personal identity. It gives you entrance into the unified field of all there is. And you can get real guidance for yourself from your higher self, can give you guidance here. You may have gifts like telepathy, which is a way of sending thoughts from one person to another, or to another species, by the way. I used to be able to talk to my horse. You may get information regarding the future. That would be called a precognition. Or maybe you get information about another location. They call that, the Army calls that remote viewing. They're into that. And then if you see visually, that's clairvoyance, but it's relatively unimportant in the scheme of things here. I'm not a big fan of clairvoyance. It's overrated, and it tends to make the user kind of go out of being centered and balanced and kind of go into ego. So I don't push clairvoyance, because those little things you see very quickly clairvoyantly are very hard to interpret correctly, because they're just a flash. A more reliable source of information is your gut. Your gut really tells you how you feel about something. Just listen to it all the time. So let me just assure you, you do have innate abilities in this regard. You have intuitive abilities. Let's crank them up today and really get them open. And just think back to all the times you've sensed when one of your family members is ill before they told you, or that you had a partner that was cheating before they told you, or you've got intuition. It's working. We're just fine-tuning it today. So this area includes your memory, again, and your dreams. So when you're remembering, you're literally calling up an image from the past on your internal mind screen. That's why you can see that thing from the past. Same thing with dreams. You're using an internal mind screen. So, we all know that what we think, we create, right? What we believe in, we're going to create. Our thoughts greatly affect our present-day reality, and a lot of how that works is through image formation in your 6th chakra, in your 3rd eye. And you have to see it in your mind first, whether you want to win a race or, whatever your goal is today, whatever that goal is, you have to picture it first. So be sure to always picture your goals. You can literally create your life through imagining your goals. So let's do a short little meditation here, and we'll really ensure our 3rd eye is open. So just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just take your focus away from your physicality for just a minute. Let's just all go together. Let's just go out to the solar system. So this chakra, the sixth chakra, is ruled by the planet Neptune. That's the one that's furthest from the sun. And it's named after the Roman god of the sea. Very dark and mysterious planet. As dark and mysterious as the depths of the ocean. But it's a very visionary planet. Let the light from Neptune take us away from our thinker. That's the part of ourselves that's left brain only and doesn't want to think about feelings. And let's instead of being overstimulated and full of anxiety, let's go over to our right brain and get out of our opinions and our ideas and rely on direct life experience. So we don't want to stay stuck in the realm of the mind of the left brain. The thinker makes us lose out on our creativity. So instead of thinking, just tune into your seer. You have a seer on the right side of you. Let that seer guide you today. The native people, they knew their wisdom elders would guide them. That's their seer. So let's all honor that part of ourselves. That's our gift of inner sight, and trust our inner guidance. I want to quote William Blake, famous poet. He said, "This life, dim windows of the soul, distorts the heavens from pole to pole and leads you to believe a lie when you see with, not through, your eye." You know, he's a very famous poet. My father used to be able to quote him endlessly. He would also say, "To see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower, holding infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in just an hour." All right, that was great. Consider your third eye all expanded now, and let's head back. We thank the guides for joining us, and let's go sing another song. Myron, it's my... Song for just a minute. We're going to sing Loch Lomond, right? Yep. So I'm kind of going back. I've had a lot of memories myself, actually, and this is a song that I used to hear my grandfather sing, my Irish grandfather, and this is one of his favorites. All right. Sing along with us, you guys. It's great to be with you today.
By on bonny banks and by on bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love were ever want to go, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
guys are having as much fun as we are. Just love getting together with you, and it's it just really sets the whole tenor for the new year, doesn't it? So, time for me to take a few calls on my little red phone. So I'll head over to the phone right now. It's Deborah. How can I help you?
Oh, hi.
Who am I speaking to?
Can you hear me?
I can. Who am I speaking to?
Okay. Vicky, and I'm in Maui.
Hi, Vicky, and lucky you. How is Maui?
Good. Thank you.
How can I help you?
Oh, I just need some guidance. Been going through a lot the last year, and I just hope it's going to be over soon.
Tell me what's gone on this year.
I had to move because I was in a place I had mold. So I'm going through that mold detox. It's going to be almost a year. A lot of anxiety last year. The past surfacing.
Well, let's talk about
let's
talk about the mold first. So it feels like you're pretty well out of that. Is that the case?
I'm hoping we're going to do a test February or March and see how it's going.
Mm-hmm. You feel better? Yeah,
it's better. It's just, work and friendships and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's been challenging.
Yeah, but I'd like to help you remove that concept of mold from your energy field. It will help your body get rid of the last little bit of it. So it's a terrible, it's a terrible experience. I know I lived in a moldy house one time, and it's very frightening. Yeah. It's very frightening because you think, what have I done to myself, But it feels like you've been pretty thoroughly detoxed. Is that the case?
Well, we did a test at 6 months, and there was some reduction. He has warned me that it might take 2 years, but we're going aggressively, so I'm hoping it will be less. I do feel better because I was getting a lot of migraines, so that's better.
Oh, that's a good sign. See, I feel you're even better than the tests are showing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course. Energetically, I'm better.
Physically, I think too. You're feeling pretty clear to me. Yeah, and I'd love to encourage you to think of yourself as I am healthy, whole, and pure. I'd be saying that a lot to myself in the present tense. I am pure as the driven snow. Let's come up with some good affirmative statements that make you feel you don't talk about it because it's a thing of the past. So you talk about the present, which is you're just so healthy, and you're like like a beautiful ocean breeze. You're pure. Yeah, the more we just talked about that, right, with intuition and using our imagination. You can really use your imagination here to help the medical team with their work. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. You actually feel better than I think you know.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm scared. I went through a lot of anxiety last year. and
Yeah.
it feels better, but it's a little scary some days.
Oh,
so.
very scary. Yeah, no. And I'm while we're talking, I'm helping you rid yourself of all that fear, because that's just holding you back in the
Okay.
past, and you want to live in the present and walk clean and pure into the future. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I've been trying right now.
Well, it sounds like
that's
you've done a
my-
really good job, actually.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you
very
for
welcome.
confirming.
I'm glad you called. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
take
you.
care.
And happy 2022.
Yeah, you too. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, so many of us have dealt with mold, huh? It's just such a scourge. And it kind of creeps up on you. You don't necessarily know it right away. Okay. Hi, this is Deborah. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, this is Pooja.
Hi, Pooja. Where are you?
I'm in Vancouver.
Vancouver. Hi. How can I help you?
Well, I just have this sense of never being appreciated. I've kind of put a lot of energy and heart into my family, my extended family, and I live with the hurt of knowing that, or feeling, not knowing, feeling that everyone's kind of almost jealous and not appreciative, and that's hard on me because I've poured so much into it, and I feel that sense from them is blocking me in my work, in my life, and in everything.
I'm seeing a woman that's pretty pronounced in your field. Is that a mother-in-law? Who is it? Is that your
Well,
mother or mother-in-law?
It could be any, because it's the women that cause the problem. It could be my
Yeah.
mother-in-law who has here right now, and is we need to make some long-term plans for her, and or it could be, anybody else. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it feels like you need to achieve some distance from all these women.
How do I do that?
I'm not sure what your physical situation is.
Well, physically, I'm pretty distant. Well, I mean, continents apart, but
But that feels like there are women that are quite close to you that I would like to see you separate yourself from. Is it energetic, or are they in the same town?
energetic.
Well, then you're in the driver's seat. Here, you can much more easily draw the line. I want to encourage you to. And have
Okay.
not have them hovering and telling you what to do so much. It's up to you. You have to manage that.
Okay, I just wish I knew how. That's my struggle.
I can't tell you how. I can just tell you what the problem is. The how just you have to gain strength. Does that make sense? You just have to make a statement to yourself. You're going to do that.
Okay.
Drop me a note and tell me how you're doing with that. I just want to encourage you to, kind of take charge of your own energy and your own time.
I feel I do, but obviously I'm doing it right.
Yeah, no, you're a little bit overwhelmed with these other people's energies.
Yeah.
All right. Keep me posted.
All right.
Okay, you take care.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye. Think we have time for one more call? This is Deborah. How can I help you?
Hi there, this is Jessie.
Hi, Jessie. What town are you in?
I'm in Eugene, Oregon.
Okay. How can I help you?
Thanks for taking the call. Yeah, I've been exploring some different spiritual teachings and modalities, And it seems like no matter what I do, I can't seem to shift this feeling of heaviness. And so I'm thinking I might have picked something up along the way.
Well, you're very Vata. That's that Ayurvedic type that's mostly air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to run that way, pretty much normal. It's kind of normal, like a default setting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super mental.
Yeah. Are you getting outside a lot in this, Southern California it's so beautiful. It's like 80 here. But what's it like in Eugene?
Wow.
Eugene's not?
I did just move to a farm, a ranch. So that's definitely
lovely. Perfect for you. Yeah. Jesse, you need to get outside a lot more than you're doing.
Okay.
And early in the morning, like no later than 7 or 8 in the morning, you need to get outside and, be with some animals or some plants, something like that. Yeah. That'll just pull you right down and ground you.
Okay. So you're not really feeling anything in my field that's like foreign or...
No, it's just all anxiety.
Yeah, I totally feel anxious, and it's new to me.
And you're unraveled by the move. That's normal, too, especially for a Vata person.
Okay.
It takes us Vatas quite a while to resettle when we move, even though we want to be where we went. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that's wrong. There's nothing...
I've also...
There's no outside energy around you. You're protected in that regard.
Okay, that's great to hear. I also recently just split with my partner.
Oh, That's making you a little bit unbalanced too.
Yeah. Yeah. But feeling like in itself it was a good move.
So the outdoors is a ticket for you right now, and it is a good move. You're going to be very happy there.
Okay.
Yeah. Glad you called. All right. Happy New Year.
Thanks so much, Debbie.
Happy New Year.
Too.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. You guys, we have one more fun song for you, so I'll head over there. To join with us on this one, okay? You just absolutely have to. Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a-bopping and singing his song. All the little jaybird street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet, tweet, every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird on the tall oak tree, the wise-old owl, the big black crow, flapping their wings, singing go, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 blow rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet, tweet, a pretty little raven in the blackbird stand taught him how to do the bop and it was grand. He started going steady and bless my soul, out pop the buzzard and the Oreo. He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a-bopping and a-singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. Rock it one time. In the bird bandstand, taught him how to do the bop and it was grand. They started going steady and I bless my soul, out off the buzzard and the Oreo. He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a-bopping and singing a song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin. I said go rockin' Robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight.
I hope you guys joined us in that one. That'll just make your rest of your day, okay? Nothing else will matter after you've done some tweeting.
Yeah.
So today's Tuesday, day after tomorrow, I have a free webinar. I'd love to invite you to it on medical intuition. That's Thursday, January 13th at 2 p.m. And to sign up for it, just go to DeborahKing.com/webinar. I imagine my helpers dropped it in the Facebook and YouTube windows, so would love to have you come. I'm going to be talking about some really important stuff, give you some tips to help us navigate, right? One more year of this insanity, okay? And it's your intuition on a medical topic. So, hey, time to fire that sucker up. Again, that's just day after tomorrow. And our next show, live, Deborah King Live, is next Tuesday, same station, same time. So you don't want to miss it. You want to come hear what kind of amazing things we're going to crank up next week. All right.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Glory, this train is bound for glory, this train is bound for glory. If you ride it, you must be holy. This train is bound for glory, this train
This train don't pull no extras. This train